Hi, good morning, everybody.
Hi,
Well,
everyone.
yeah, welcome to Bella Crafts Live. I hope you guys are all doing well. Um, Excited to be here. I'm sorry that I missed last week, and I really missed you guys. And I really, really wanted to be in on the interview with Tiffany because I know it was absolutely amazing. And I missed seeing her and talking to her and stuff. So that was kind of a bummer, but I'm back today, and Anne is home.
I'm
She
home.
just got yeah, she just got home. So, now we kick it in high gear for the event and everything else that we gotta do between now and then.
There is a lot to do in the next month and a half.
I know, right?
Hi, Sandy.
6 weeks. Hi, Sandy. Yeah. Okay, so for those of you that are watching us for the very first time, my name is Lisa Rojas, and this is my business partner and very good friend, Ann Butler. And Ann and I own Bella Crafts Publishing. I was gonna say Bella Crafts Live.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we
yes,
own that
yeah,
too. You know,
yeah, we own it all, but, anyways, we put out a digital free craft magazine that comes out 4 times a year. March is gonna be out, or not March, spring is going to be out fairly soon as I get Ann everything that she needs for that. Um, or she's gonna kill me. Because it's not like she doesn't have anything else to do, right? She's just swamped. But if you guys have not been in or have not seen our magazine, you need to go check it out. Anne's going to put all the links in for me when I'm doing my live. I'll switch cameras and then she'll plug in links for all of the things that her and I are talking about. So, like I said, the magazine is absolutely free. It doesn't cost anything. So you just go sign up and it goes right into your inbox. So, Anne, you want to tell them about our ebooks?
um, I would, but I'm going to tell you about our event instead.
Oh, that works
We
too.
we are doing BellaCon 2024. I will put a link in here for you guys. I have a page that has all of the workshops. I am adding something later today. So you might want to check that out. We're going to have a few surprises during the event, but the event basically is 4 days of crafty workshops. So it is, last year was 2.5 days. This year it's 4. Last year we had 8 instructors. This year we have over 16. So it's very exciting, and
Insanity.
it is a virtual event. It The majority of the instructors are together in one location. We do have some instructors who are, in their home studios, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. A lot of different workshops like napkin applique, um, etching, resin, lots of tips and techniques, journals. I mean, just a lot. There is so
Yeah.
much. Hi, from Illinois, Bond Crafts. And
Yes. Hi.
Rebecca,
Hi,
hi.
Becca.
So, hi, Sarah. Sarah is one of our instructors. She's
Hi,
she's
Sarah.
going to be teaching artistry, and she's also
Yes.
going to teach something from um, Silhouette Studios. So, so it's for those. A lot of people have the Cricut, but there's Silhouette Studios, and you can do so much in there. It's really awesome.
Yes.
So I'll put a
It's a
link in
great
here
thing.
for the event so you can check out all the workshops.
Yes. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be so much fun. We had so much fun last year, and this year it's just bigger and longer and just loads of fun. So I can't wait. Hi, Tammy.
Hey, Tammy.
Oh, okay. She's going to watch the replay. Okay.
Which, yeah, we love it when you guys watch the
Yeah.
replay. So
Yeah.
we
Heck yeah.
appreciate every single one of you who are here in person and those who are able to watch the replay. It is awesome.
Yes. 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 Because we love our viewers. All of you guys, you're awesome. All right, let me show you real quick what I'm making today. This is a die set from KS Crafts that I've been using because I'm absolutely in love with their stuff. She's got the greatest dies. But this is the front part of it. And this is a huge die set. Let me just tell you that right away, guys.
It looks very big, yes.
Yeah, it's a huge die set. There's a lot of pieces in it. And I'm going to show it all to you. But this is the back.
I love
So
the
you
back.
so you can do, either or. You can do pockets on the front and the back. You can do just the front if you want that, or just the back if you want that. There's a million variations that you can do with this. It's so much fun. And on the back here, I put little envelopes, an envelope in that you could tuck a little note in, and over here
very
again,
cute.
and then these, of course, are pockets that you can slide stuff in. So I just thought that it was just a really cool die. And after being sick this past week, I was so tired of the loom and gloom of the weather and not feeling good and everything like that, and not being able to talk to my friend because she's so busy at the beach. So just having kind of a rough time there, and I wanted to make something that was just springy. The weird thing is I love doing garden crafts or crafts related to gardening, but I don't garden. I don't get, but my mom did. So maybe that's where that love comes from.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
know
sure.
because I can't garden to save my life, but I like just all of the little.
To save your life, I bet you could.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Actually,
you have to have some interest in it,
well,
otherwise.
I got a quick story about that. When we bought our first house down the hill, this was many, many years ago. My mom came over and we planted flowers and stuff all around the front. And we had two little things of grass. We put some stuff in there.
Little
I
things
told
of grass.
Rich, yes, I told Rich
Yeah.
when I left, because I was going to be gone for the weekend, I said, don't forget to water all of this stuff. We just put it in, and you have to water it because I'm going to be gone. I came home, it was dead. And I said, that's it. I'm done. I'm never doing it again. Never. And I never did it after that. I was like, you want gardening? You're going to do it. I'm not doing it. So, yeah, that was one of those. And I won't do it again. So, he had just forgotten. I left him home with two kids, and he just forgot, I guess. I don't know, but so that was my my entry and my exit on gardening. In and out like that quick. My mom was like, "Oh, but honey, we could replant." Nope. Nope, I'm not doing it. So there it is. But I do love to make crafts that have gardening stuff in them. So go figure.
See? There you get your little taste of it. Sarah, yes, I am home. Just got home late Monday night. So I'm still trying to catch up.
Yeah. And after being gone that long, it takes a while. It takes a while to get everything ready to leave. And then it takes a while once you get home to get everything back in place and get the laundry done. And yeah.
Laundry's done. All that's done. Everything's done. It was all done yesterday.
See?
But it's
like amazing. I'm telling you.
Well,
I really want to bottle her energy or something. I don't know. But anyways, all right. So let's get started. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and ask, and I'll see them hopefully I probably won't see them on my iPad because it's just not letting me. So what else is new?
I'll flag questions. So no worries.
There you go. All right. So I'm going to switch my camera over. This light is blinding me, so I need to switch over so I can actually see what I'm doing.
The light's kind of going on and off too.
This one?
Yeah. Maybe your camera is trying to pick up.
It might.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's like, But then if I don't have it on, it's dark. So, at least it's not the rings. You know the rings when they first came out, and anybody that wore glasses, and it was like, no, I'm not doing that. That's just ugly. And now I have just rectangles. Never mind. I digress. All right.
It is what it is. So,
Yeah,
anyways, while she's
I'm switching.
changing her camera, remember to like, share, and comment on this video with the hashtag BellaCrafts to be entered for this week's giveaway.
Yeah.
I am going to pop out and put links in, and Lisa's going to do our project.
And here we go. All right, you guys. So let me. Whoops. All right, hang on a second. All right, let me see what's going to happen here. Okay, I'm done dealing. All right, let me show this to you once again so you can see it a little bit better close up. This is the front of this particular gift box that I made. And I used some gardening paper that I had. I absolutely love this. It's very springy and open and colorful, and and then I took some miniatures because I do like adding miniatures when I can to things. And I have done a lot of projects using things like this in it. So these are a lot of fun. My mom used to get these for me. So she had a special store that we would go to, and she would buy me, all of these fun things. This is as an adult, but I couldn't afford to, get a lot of the stuff. So she would buy some of the stuff so I could use it in my crafting. But this is the front, and as you can see, it is a box. I've got little, iridescent fluffy in here. And then this is the opposite side. And on this side, I did the bow, and I have a die for that. I'm going to show you that. And then in here, you can put pockets, or you have pockets that you can stuff things in. I have a little envelope here that I put in, another little piece over here that, you can write a little note. You can also slip gift cards in here, whatever. And you can use this for a multitude of themes, not just gardening. It's a very versatile die. And let me show you guys. And as I said, it is a big die. Okay, there's a lot of components to this. All right, so this is what the die. Okay, so whoops, wrong way. All right, here we go. So this is the different pieces that you can use to create the different patterns, not patterns, layers, because she's got layers for everything in here. Really cute. I'm going to show it all to you cut out. And then you've got all of this on the other side. And again, you have layers that you can add the different pieces to, like this one here. You can see here that I added the layers on the sides just to give it a little extra. And there is a die in here to this one right here that will do the bottom piece of this, but I did not do the bottom. I just did the sides. So there's lots and lots of going on with this die. You've got the handmade with love, the wording, and then also the shadow of it. And it's just a really
what is that die called, Lisa? Is it a box? What is it?
It is I can't remember what it is. Yeah, I'll have to look it up, man. I can't remember.
Okay.
Sorry. I need to write this stuff down on my actual dies. But anyways, this is what we're using. I will add the stuff in after, because I really don't remember what it's called. So I'm going to put that over there. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to show you. Okay, so I'm going to pull all of this out. So this is all of the stuff that you need to create this particular project. All right, so we've got everything cut out. And then I'm going to show you here the bow die here in just a minute. Let me get all of this stuff out. There we go. And like I said, there's a lot of pieces to this, but it's very, very simple to put together, which I love. I do have to say, and I've said it before about this company, I really, really love her dies. They're absolutely beautiful, and she's got really big ones, and and original designs, which is very important, I believe, and so does Anne. But the one thing that she doesn't have is instructions on how to put it together. So if you don't know how to put the die together, you're going to have to either YouTube it or go on her website or whatever. So that's why I want to show you from the very basic beginnings on how to do this. Okay, so you guys will have it here, and then you can watch it, whenever you want. Okay, so let me scooch all of this out of the way. Now, before we get started on the box, I also wanted to show you the die set for the bows. These are so, so cute. I absolutely love them. There's 2 sizes in here, as you can see. And again, I'll put the link in for these 2, but there's 2 sizes. I used the larger die, but there's also this smaller die, and the smaller die is about this size. Okay, so you kind of have a good idea of the difference in sizes. This is the smaller one. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I wanted to make sure that I showed you all of that. Okay, so, and then I'm going to tell you what you need to do about cutting this all out when we get started. All right, but let's start with the box first. And like I said, this is very simple to put together because basically all you're doing is just assembling the box, and then you're just adding layers to it, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to start by cutting this out on some green cardstock. And then we're going to fold this all on the score lines that are on this. Okay, so we've got score lines. And what you're going to do is you're just going to, you just need to remember when you're folding at first, this is going to be the inside of your box. So you want to fold your thing, you want to fold your flaps in, okay? That's why I'm doing it this way. So you're going to fold the bottom in, and then we're going to do, whoops, got a little crooked there on that one. Okay, fold that one in. And then there we go. And then you're going to do the same thing on this other side. We're going to fold that. And you're just going to do, back and forth fold. Okay. So you want to make sure, though, that you are, oops, I folded this one the wrong way. There we go, this way. So this is the inside, and you want to make sure that your layers kind of look like this. All right. Okay, so let me grab my nifty glue here. And I should have done this before, and I forgot. So grab some paper towels. All right. Oh, unplug. Okay, so what we're going to do next, once I get my glue unplugged here, maybe. Oh, it's going to give me a hard time. All right, hang on a second, guys. I got to unplug. Ay. Okay, so what we're going to do, though, when I get to that point is we're going to glue the sides on first, okay? And, you can glue them on like before you fold everything, or you can wait until you fold and then add your side layers on. I like to wait until after it's folded when I did mine, because that way I know exactly, I can see exactly where they're going to go. Right? So, but you can do it either way. No worries. All right. So hopefully I got the gunk out of my glue gun here, or my glue. I keep calling this thing a glue gun, and it's not. It's actually a glue press. All right. Now it seems to be going okay. All right. So let me move this up out of the way here and put my holder closer. Okay. So we're just going to start by the sides and glue those sides in. So you'll be able to see, once you cut them, you'll be able to see which way they're going to go on your layers. So you're just going to take them and then just glue them on here. And then, if you are using glue and you get too much on, you use that nifty tool that I tell you guys about all the time. And I have this other one that's on the head of my Sizzix tool. This is great for removing glue. Okay, so we've got, this is going to go on the other side, and then I have these other two pieces. All right. This is still coming out all globby. Okay, so we're going to put that down. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Okay. So glue these babies down. Oh, this one's got raffia on it. All right, there's that one. And then this one. So then, once you have these done, then you're ready to assemble your box and put it on. Okay, so you got your sides on and your folds. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take some lavender cardstock. And for this, I cut 2 pieces out just because I wanted it to be a little bit more sturdy. Okay, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but for me, anytime I'm doing, I say it all the time, anytime I'm doing boxes or anything like that, interactive cards, I like the base to be heavy. So it makes it so much easier, to add things on. So we're going to glue these 2 pieces together. Now, I want to tell you something about this here. This die particularly. Okay, so the die that cuts out this piece, let me pull it out here. Okay, the die that cuts this is this one, right? So as you can see, it does not have a notch on it. So if you do want this, and when I started mine, I was going to add some ribbons and stuff to it, and then I changed my mind. So if you want to add this, there's another little die in the set that's this. And then what you're going to do for that is you'll see this die is going to cut out your other layer, and it has the notch in it. So what you would do is you would lay this down, okay, and then just lightly trace where it is and remove it, and then take this piece, and then you're going to run that through to get this notch. Okay, so I wanted to show you that because my first instinct was, well, I can just use this. Well, no, you can't, because it's not going to cut out right. So That's why you've got this other little piece that if you want this extra notch, that's what you're going to use. Okay. All right. So now we've got this on. So now we're going to start layering. So I have, for this piece, you're going to cut 2 pieces of pattern paper. And we're going to line this right up with the holes there. There we go. But you're going to cut this out twice. Okay, so you're on 2 different papers. So you're going to have one for the front, and then you'll have the other one for the back. All right. And that's going to be this die that you're going to use. So super easy. So, but right now we want to get the front done. Okay, so now to add your box on, okay, let me fix that fold there just a little bit better. It's always good, you guys know, to go back over your folds, you know, with a bone folder. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends on, well, I always do it when I'm working, but sometimes when I'm showing, I don't always do it. But yeah, it is much, much easier if you use some type of a bone folder to get that down. Okay, so for this, I found the easiest way to attach this without losing your mind is to, we're going to glue it. We're going to glue all 3 of the sides, okay? The bottom and both of the sides. And I say gluing it because this glue gives me a little bit of time to work before it sets. So you're going to start with the bottom first. Lay that bottom piece down, and then your other pieces will line right up. Okay, so you're just going to do it that way. I found that it's much, much easier to do it this way than to try to do one side and then the other. I just glued it on, and then when I went to attach it to my backing here, that is when I used the bottom first. It just makes it easier, or it did for me at least. Okay, so we're going to hope that that stays nice and folded in there. I'm going to grab a little tool, make sure that the sides are down good. All right, so now we're ready to layer the next layer. Okay, so again, we're going to use some pretty garden paper. I absolutely love this. And I have to tell you a little story about this. There is in this, I've had this pattern paper for many, many years and loved it so much I never used it. So I swore that I was going to start using some of my old papers, right? Well, in this set, it has some really, really pretty sunflower papers. And I wanted to use them so bad. And then I had Anne in my head going, okay, now you use a lot of blue and yellow, so we got to try some different colors because, you know, we get stuck on the colors that we like. So, you know, I really wanted to use that other one, and I will use it for another project. But hey, for this one, and I did it in the purples and the pinks and the greens just for you. Okay.
This is different for you. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's just really light and springy, right? It's, you know,
It's
it's a
muted.
little,
Yep.
yeah, a little not as bright as my normal work, but you know, hey. All right, so now we're going to flip this side over, and then we're going to do the back side. And again, you're going to do the same thing. Glue this piece down. There we go. Excuse me. And then you're going to lay that right on there. There we go. I do have to say that, you know, having the notch there does make it easier to line up the papers, but it's not important. Okay, so for this pocket, what we're doing for this, excuse me. Okay, you're going to cut one in yellow and then the other one in a pattern paper. Okay, and with these, anytime you make pockets, you know, in your projects, if you put them down and you just lay them like flat, you're not going to get you know, it's going to be hard to put things inside. So what I like to do is just kind of manipulate my paper just a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to glue the side pieces or the side. We're going to glue the sides first and the back. And then remember that you're not going to glue up here. And if you want to glue here, you can, or not. Either way, I didn't. So it just depends on how many actual pockets do you want. Okay, so just make sure that you just don't put it on the top part though, because then you won't get anything. All right, so we're going to glue the sides and the bottom here. There we go. And see, we're going to layer that right up nice and pretty. Okay, now to put this on, this is the part that I wanted you to see. When I do pockets like this, like I said, I like to bend and kind of, make sure that things are going to go in there nicely. So I have a little trick that I do. Make sure that that's all open in there. There we go. So when I go to glue this down, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of arch it a little bit. I'm going to add my glue and then arch it just a little bit before I lay it all the way down. Okay. So again, you're not going to do your top. You're only going to do your sides and the bottom. See, like I said, this goes together really, really quick. All right. So when you go to lay this down now, just kind of start on one side, put it where you want it, and then just kind of just give it a little bit of a bump. Okay. Make sure you get your sides down first, and then you can come back and do your bottom. But that way, if you do it this way, it's easier to tuck things inside, right? So that's why I've always done it like this, and I've never had any issues with it. So again, I'm going to, make sure that my pockets are all good. Now, because I glued this, I would wait for just a little bit before I would start doing this poking around business. But, you guys get what I'm doing here. Okay, so now you've got the basic box, right? So you've got your one side that you can put all kinds of cool stuff in. And then you've got your other side that you can slip other things in, that you want. So now I'm going to show you how to create the bow. And then we're going to I'll show you how I finished decorating it. Now for the bow, what I did is I cut 2 pieces. There we go. I cut 2 pieces from the same die. So this is the larger bow portion. So one in pink cardstock and then one in the pattern paper. Same over here, yellow, and then pattern paper. But what you're going to do, because if you put this like this, you're not going to see the color under, right? So what you're going to do now is take some scissors, and this is going to be just on your pattern papers. And you're just going to, I don't know if you guys can see, but there you go. There's stitch marks in there. So you're going to cut this just right in front of that little stitch mark. So you don't want to, because you don't want to lose your stitches. That's a pretty detail. But this way you can see the back piece of your cardstock. Now, of course, if you don't want to do it this way, you don't have to. You can do it, just do 2 colors and leave it at that. But you know me, I always got to do something better or bigger or whatever the case may be. Okay, so then we're going to cut that one, and then I'm going to do the same with this larger piece. And again, I'm just going to cut around those places where the stitching is, leaving the stitching intact, but just cutting off these edges. Okay. And you could just do the whole bow in pattern paper if you want to do that too. I just like the look of, I have a couple bow dies that I like to use, and I just like the way the different papers work with them. I just think it's really cool if you've got a variation on your colors and patterns. Okay, so we've got that cut out. Now what you're going to do, there we go. Okay, now we're going to glue this piece. Now it's going to go on the pink. So see, this way now you can see that background, and then it just makes the whole piece pop. I just like it like that. I just think it's really pretty. Okay, and then we're going to do the same with the smaller one. I'm going to add my little bow here. Oop. Stay. There we go. All right, and then we're going to glue that down. Okay, so now to finish the bow, and I wanted to plug in my glue gun real quick and hope that it gets hot. All right. Because a lot of times using a glue gun on these makes it easier to put together. But before you do that, what you're going to do is, you don't want your paper, because you're using double paper, you don't want it to crimp, and it will crimp if you don't do something like this, what I'm doing now. So I'm just taking my finger and I'm just rounding it around like this through my fingers. And also another tip too is not to use really, really heavy cardstock on this. Just use a lighter piece of cardstock, and it will help it not to crimp. Okay, so you're just going to kind of work that around. So then when you go to press this down, okay, you're going to press both of these down in the center here. Then it's not going to crack and get all yucky looking. All right, so I'm going to try this with my regular glue here. It's going to take a little bit longer because I don't think my glue gun's going to heat up in time. All right, so I'm going to fold both of those pieces over into the center. Now the die also has a little piece, a little strip on the center, or for the center. It's just a little die that, I'll show you here in a second, where you can add the little bow like I showed you. Okay, where is my other one? Here we go, my little one. Okay, you see this little piece here? This is what I'm talking about. So they have a piece for the large and the small bow in there. If you want to add that, what I wanted to do is I wanted to add a button. So I did not do that on this one. And this is still going to give me a hard time. All right. Please stay. All right, let's have a talk and see. talk to my bow here, make sure. All right. Okay, good. So this is a little hot, so hopefully this will help. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue down here. Glue gun does work better unless you want to sit and hold it. But you're just going to add that there. And then you're going to take this piece and add this piece on top. And then that's how you're going to get your really pretty bow. Okay, so I'm going to add that there. And I'm going to show you what I mean about the crimping or the cuts, not cuts, the folds that it makes in the paper. It makes me crazy. All right. But I have an example to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a button. These are from Buttons Galore and More. I've had these buttons also for a very long time, and I've used them a lot. So we're just going to glue that in the center there.
They do have some of the cutest buttons.
They do. Oh my goodness. I could go bonkers over buttons. I'm telling you. All right. So now you've got this adorable bow. Now, let me see if I could. Here we go. Okay. So see when I did this, because, I always try out my dies first before I use them on my good paper. So if you can see, this has got double cardstock. So when I did it, you see the folds that it puts in, and it just puts the little crimps in there. So that was because I was messing around and not doing it how I normally do, because I would have folded my finger under and done it like I showed you. But that's what I'm talking about. So, try not to use a heavy cardstock on this. All right. So now we are ready. Oh, we got one last. We got the word here. We're wording, I should say. All right. So this one has, of course, the shadow and then the actual wording. So for this, I would not normally do this with a glue gun for obvious purposes, but I want to get it down kind of quick. So, and I'm not even going to really glue it down all that well. I just want you guys to be able to see it. Okay, so you're going to lay this one down first. And that glue is not going to stay. All right, this is where you come in with the really thin stuff. And then you can just add some of that on there. All right, I was going to try to do this quick, and now I'm just going to make it even longer for you guys. All right, so we're going to glue this on, hopefully. I don't know, maybe not. I'm having glue issues this morning. Okay, there we go. So you just add little bits of glue on there and then lay it down. All right, and then we've got the H over here. And this one goes down this way. Yep. Nope. Let me look. I think it might be the other way. Yeah, this way. Well, oh boy. Okay. So we're going to add this one. Add the little H there. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue to these. There. Okay. And then the last one is the width. I love now that the companies that are coming out with the dies with words, I love that they're also adding the shadows for the words. I think it's just because they just make the wording pop out so much better. All right, so we've got that on, kind of. So now we're going to take this piece, and then this is just going to go right here on the front. Okay, just add a little bit of glue. Okay, we're going to add the Handmade with Love right about there. Okay, and then to finish it off, I'm going to show you all the cool little doodads that I have here. Okay, so to finish this off then, I have these little shapes that are, you know, they're miniature, obviously, and they're really cute. I absolutely love them. These come in a set of 5. There's 5 different ones. So I used the first 2 in my finished project. But also, this is pretty thick. I did not like this wood this thick. So what I did with mine is I pulled this off because it's easy to do. And then I cut down a dowel. Or you can use a chopstick like this one. And it's just a little bit thinner because I didn't like that big fat wood there. So it was just a little bit thinner. So all I did then is I took my little hat here and we added some ribbon. And this was all that was left of my ribbon. So I couldn't even get a good tail on it. But you're going to wrap that ribbon around just like that on your little miniature hat and then glue it down. And then, of course, I added another button for the back. So now let me show you it all finished. Okay. And then I had some of these from some papers that I had from a while ago. So you can make these. Eileen Hall has a really cute die that has got mini envelopes on it. I used it in one of my projects, so I know you guys have seen it, but I just had these on hand, so it just made it easier. But they are really, really simple to make. If you don't have them or you don't have the die, they're not that hard to make, especially this one, because the only thing that you're really doing on this one is just folding it here, you know, cutting a long strip, folding it, and then gluing it on the sides, and you're good. All right, so, and then, all right, so for the front part, then I went ahead and I added this little butterfly up here, and of course my little pieces, my little miniature pieces, and I added a bow up there for that. And then on this side, this is where I had added a couple of flowers that I had. These were just they're not stickers, but they're not chipboard either. So they're just die cut out. And I could have die cut them, but I wanted to make it as simple as possible. I had these on hand, so this is what I used. So I added a couple flowers down here and one up here. And then I left the envelope so it could be pulled in and out. And then I went ahead and glued this down, but you can pull this in and out. So really, really simple to do. It doesn't take anything to put it together. And what you can do too, you know, if you're going to be giving this as a gift, you know, you could stick some seeds in here. You know, something cute like that. I mean, I didn't want to do that because it did not match what I had done here. So I didn't want to use it, but I wanted to show you that, you know, you could do that, put your little seed packets in there, or you can even slip them in here if you didn't have this bow on. Okay. But anything like that, gift cards, money, whatever. It's just a fun, really cute, easy craft to do that doesn't take much time at all, which is kind of cool. So there you go. Super cute, right?
Adorable. Super adorable.
I love it. But yeah, it's so easy to put together. So, all right, you guys talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
Okay, I'm going to go over some of the comments. Dorothy
Okay.
said the pinks and greens are refreshing because they've had a lot of snow and
Oh,
2
see?
successive blizzards. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yes, I
Dorothy.
agree. These colors were beautiful. Sarah loves the pockets. Rebecca
Yeah.
said, so colorful and pretty for springtime, which it is. Those are definitely springtime flower colors.
Yes.
Dorothy asked again which die set that is. I looked, Dorothy. I couldn't find it. Lisa will put the link in when she does her blog post.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, I'll put it in here too.
okay. Yep.
Okay. So, but
great.
yeah, I will do. Sorry, Anne. I will do my blog post that will be up on Sunday. I know my last one was late because I was sick, but I'll get this one up. But it is up there. It does happen. But the project that I did with the lighted tag with Anne's rhinestone circles on it, with the circles that I did 2 weeks ago, that post is up. So you can still see that one. And then this one will be up on Sunday. And I will have all of the stuff done for you. Or whatever.
Sandy said, great tip for the pocket dies, which I totally agree with. Tips. Yeah. I love tips. I love tips, techniques, anything to make things easier when you are doing projects. Lenine says, I have a lot of clothespins and clamps I use for my second, third, fourth, and fifth hand when gluing. Yes. Can totally agree. You know, I mean, I used to, years ago, back when my sister was alive and we did craft shows. I used glue guns so much before they had even the low temp glue guns that I burned myself so much. So I had to go in a couple of years ago. One of my sons and his wife, they do foster care. And in order for my husband and I to be able to watch the kids, if even for an hour, you know, you had to go and get fingerprints and all of this. I did, and the police officer that was taking my fingerprints, he took them so many times. He's like, you don't, this isn't normal. I said,
what's wrong with your fingers, lady?
I know. It took several times. I had to go back several times. And even when I got my TSA Express thing, I had to do the fingerprints. And I said, you know, you're just going to have to take what
yeah. But yeah, oh my gosh, I think we've all been there. Holy smoke.
Yeah. Now they have low temp glue guns. It's not so bad. So
yeah, but I'm not a big fan of low temp glue guns just because it takes too long for me. So, you know, me who sits and glues with my regular glue, but when I'm using a hot glue, I want it to be hot and right now.
Yeah, I always have toothpicks or craft sticks.
Yeah, I know you love to do it that way.
I hold things, but even when I'm using a glue gun, you know, because I can take that craft stick and hold the two pieces together and not use my fingers so much anymore.
Oh yeah, that's a good tip.
Lenine says, I have the same problem with fingertips. Nothing is there.
Yeah, I know. Mine are pretty bad too. I mean, especially, you know, like your index fingers.
Yeah. Dorothy, but I have said, the mark of a crafter. It's true.
Hey, oh, well, a couple of weeks ago when I did my live, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I had a really bad burn on my pinky finger from a glue gun. So it was like, ow. I mean, it just peeled my skin off. Just, you know.
It will.
Yeah. But
yes,
this is what, you know, this new glue press, it's called a glue press, has made it so much easier for me to use glues, because I told you I've been having problems with my hands, and this hand has fingers that lock. So you don't want to do that. And I need to have surgery, but I don't have time.
It's only been at least 8 years that she's had this locking thing with her fingers.
This one, but now it's this one. This one is starting now.
I
So
went like
it's like,
this.
all right. So yeah, so it's getting to the point where I can't even close this fist. So this works really, really well for people that have problems with hands, arthritis, whatever the case may be. It works perfect for it, and I love it.
That is wonderful. Yes, and it was sold out at a lot of places, so it's a popular.
I bet.
Yep.
I bet. I mean, she doesn't come out with products. I mean, she just did the Misty. I think that's the only other thing that she has done. But when she makes something, it's awesome.
Big. Yep.
Yeah, and she sells a lot, and good for her, because man, the Misty just changes your life. If you're, a paper artist, it just changes your life. I can't tell you how many stamp positioners I have. Well, I got rid of them.
I know. I was gonna say, I have my Misty.
And that's all I use.
I believe I have 2 of them, but
yeah, can't beat them.
No.
So yes, I think.
Now,
so go ahead.
Remember to like, share, and comment on this video to enter for the giveaway. I do have the winner from last week, and she's here.
Oh, yay!
Yes.
Okay.
So, last week's winner. Last week we did an interview with Tiffany.
Yes,
and there were technical issues, and I am so sorry. We're going to have to do another interview with Tiffany, maybe after her magazine has been out for a while. And you guys can, once everything is set up in her new space, in her studio, and she has good internet, and, so we are so sorry about the technical issues we had, but it was quite lovely once we got going and it was working. And she was giving away a set of her handmade cards.
Oh, nice.
I mean, and pictures of these cards are in her March-April issue. So,
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, the winner of those handmade cards is Lenine Jesse. You are here, and you love the interview with Tiffany. Yay, Lenine! I know I have your address somewhere, but would you just message it to me so I can get it to Tiffany, and she will get those mailed out to you. Those cards are beautiful and stunning. You're going to love them.
Yes. Okay, I got it. I had to write it down so I can put it in my notebook thingy. Yep. So yes.
Good job. Congratulations. We love it when the winner is here. It doesn't happen often,
right?
But when it does, it's like, yay.
It's like, yay, Christmas.
Sandy says the interview was worth waiting out the technical difficulties, and her free magazine was so moving. Thank you, Sandy. I know. Yeah. When I first talked to Tiffany when she was going to do this magazine, and we were talking, and she was just asking questions, and I said that we would be more than happy to publish it for her. She's been out of the industry for a while, and the magazine is so moving, so
yes,
we're excited to see what things she's going to be doing. She's just moved to Tennessee, where her sister Heidi is, so they will be getting together and crafting a lot, which
cool.
is quite exciting.
Yeah, I knew she was going to Tennessee. I didn't know Heidi was in there.
Heidi has been there for a few years.
Oh, okay.
And Tiffany was still in California, and she had been praying on getting out of there for the last 4 years. So everything lined up and worked perfectly, and she is moved. They are about an hour apart, where Tiff is living, but an hour is nothing, you know. So
no, it's not. That's nice because that's nice. Nothing is better than having family around you, So, and even, Tiffany's magazine is so inspiring. There's just so many good inspiring things in there. Even if you're not not a religious person, you don't have to be a religious person to look at this. It's just inspirational. And
Right.
she's got God sprinkled in there with, which
Yep.
I,
And it is
oh,
just so beautifully laid out.
I know. Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
any of you have not signed up for Periwinkle Pomegranate, go to our website, and about halfway down there is a banner that shows Periwinkle Pomegranate, and you can sign up, and the second issue will be sent right to your inbox. And this is going to come out 6 times a year.
Yes.
So
Nice.
it's free. So
Yeah.
why not check it
Yeah.
out?
Some great tips in there on
So
how,
I'll put a link in actually for the
okay.
right now.
Yeah. There's so many wonderful things in there, that can help on, on an everyday basis. Because,
Yep.
everybody, we're all going through something, right? And, if you've got something that, can give you a little bit of inspiration to kind of get you over that bad day, then, that's what I think she does with this magazine. And it's amazing. She does a beautiful job.
She
But,
does.
I wouldn't have expected anything less, because that's just how she is. She
She
does,
is. She's so giving. I mean,
yeah,
I've known her forever, and it
yeah,
is just, even like as we said in the interview last week, you make these connections
yeah,
in this industry, and they're life changing. I mean, Tiffany and I have not talked maybe since her mom passed away,
yeah,
because Tiffany kind of left the
right.
industry and
Yeah.
was doing her own thing. But you pick up exactly where you left off.
Yep.
And it's beautiful. And I am so happy that she is pouring her heart into this, and it's filled with inspiration, and there's craftiness in there,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
that's always good. Lenine said, please tell us the latest about Bellicon. I did mention it a little bit at the beginning. So Lenine, I am back home. I was gone for 6 weeks. I'm back home, and I'm actually leaving in 2 weeks for a trade show. So I'm working on lots of different projects right now, but Bellicon is my main focus. And I am just getting all of the information about the instructors that are going to do kits. I should have all of that. I'm putting it on a spreadsheet. And next week sometime, I will open up a Facebook group for everybody who is registered. So you can ask questions in there. You
Yeah.
can order your kits, get that ahead of time. When I came back from being gone, we had stopped by my son's house because we were passing right by his house on the way. And one of his daughters said, so all of your mail is in the dining room and you have boxes? And, so I do have a pallet from one of the sponsors that is
Yeah.
at my son David's house, because there was no way I can accept the pallet at my house. I mean, I'm not sure where they'd put it when I was gone, but David has got lots of storage and sheds and stuff. So he has that. He'll bring that over. All of the goodies, I have goodies from 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 4 or 5 of the sponsors, but they all knew not to send. The majority of them knew not to send until this week. And
Right.
today I got an email from somebody saying the shipment has sent. Yesterday I got one. So all of the goodies are going to start coming.
Yes.
And again, like last year, I had 3 of my granddaughters. At the time, I think they were 7, 10, and 12. And they came over and they packaged all of the 125.
They did a great job. Great job. I mean, you would
one
tens of money.
one package that I'm aware of. Somebody messaged me or said it during the pajama party that, oh, I didn't get that. Well, then I sent it to her when I got home because it was
Right.
actually something of mine. So it was an easy fix because I didn't have a lot of extras. But they did really good.
You
Lenny,
did a
I
great
wish you
job.
did live closer. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've said the same. I've told Ann the same thing, you know. I told her, have it sent to me. I'll do it all. And she's like, you have no idea. No, you do not want to get involved. I
No,
was like,
no.
well,
I do have the best family helpers. I honestly do.
You
I mean,
do.
16 grandkids, and
Yeah.
I have several of them within 5 miles from me. 7 of them, actually, 5
Yeah.
miles from me. And then I have another 2 that are about 25 minutes away. So,
Yeah, they're
yeah,
close.
thank
But
you,
yeah, they
Sandy.
did a great job. I just thought that was so
They
awesome
do.
that they got in there and they just, you know, because you shared a couple pictures with me of
Yep.
one of the
Yep.
girls packing stuff, and I was like, that is just so cool. I know
I did. Go ahead.
I was very excited because I got all of my stuff in for my kit, and I was so excited about it. But I was telling Ann before we went on, but I was so sick. I didn't even look at it for like the first few days, you know, I don't know, 3 or 4 days when it came in because I was so sick. I didn't want to deal with it. And then I opened it, I think finally Sunday, Saturday, Sundays. I don't know when it was, but I was like, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff I get to give away. I'm so excited. Well, not give away, it's a kit. You got to buy it. But I'm just saying.
But still, you know, yeah.
There's going to be a lot of cool stuff in there. So I'm excited about that.
There is.
Yeah,
and
I'm excited.
I did take pictures last year of like all of my shipping containers. Well, this year I'll take some behind the scene pictures and share with you guys of my granddaughters helping package things because literally, I mean, my studio is quite large. I mean, I am blessed. We have our house, I think it was built in the 1890s. It's a big old house.
Yeah.
And we had 5 kids. But now I have all this space. You know, I have my craft room down here. Upstairs, I have a sewing room. I mean, it is huge. But the way I had it set up, we had everything set up in the dining room. So the girls would have to walk around the dining room table, pick one thing from each item. And the dining room table, of course, wasn't big enough. So then there were like, I didn't have card tables. I had TV trays and chairs, you know, so like, no, don't miss this. You got to pick something up here. And then they put everything into the living room, all the boxes open because I still had to add something else to them.
Yeah. So, there was so much, much.
And then my son and my grandson came over because I had to get them to the post office, and my husband works during the day. But David and my grandson came over, and they carried all those boxes out because they have this huge van, and they were able to put them all in there. And
yeah, I like the picture. I like the picture of the long. It was like a long hallway because I've never been in that house. So, but there's this big old long hallway, and all you saw was just bags. And then she tells me it's like all over the place. It was like, oh my gosh, that's too funny. Yeah, one of the dogs has to go out, so that's why Rich popped in my room. So,
not a big deal.
Yeah.
Sounds like an assembly line. Yes, Bonnie Crafts. It
was so yeah, it was so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like next week then we're doing
Lawn Fawn?
Lawn Fawn. That's right. It's right in front of my face. Yes, next week we're doing Lawn Fawn. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the giveaway on this, but I will do something.
I have an idea of what she should do for the giveaway.
Oh, okay.
I don't have to say it right now, but I can say
Okay.
it.
Oh,
Well,
then
I
you tell me.
could. I think she should give away because she has 2 of those projects.
Oh, yes.
I think she
That-
should give one of those away.
I can do that. I can finish the one. Yep, I can do that.
I
All
mean,
right.
wouldn't that,
So,
what do you guys think? Wouldn't that be a perfect giveaway?
well, I've thought about we've talked about doing this before, but it's just like because I need to do something with this stuff.
But yeah,
It's
that's a great.
piling up.
I
It's
think that's a
really
great
good.
giveaway. I would love to win one of those projects. Great idea. Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So that's what I'll do then.
Okay, Lenine, no, I'm sorry, there is not going to be an afternoon live today. Thank you for asking.
Oh,
I just got home.
oh yeah.
Well, I got home late Monday. Yesterday, I spent all day unpacking and cleaning, and
Yep.
I just need to. Do you guys want to see what I have to create? Okay,
Yeah.
here you go.
We're nosy. We want to see everything.
So for Creativation, the show I'm going to.
Yeah.
There are how many of us? I think there's 12, but they were going to add quotation marks and exclamation point. We're doing the word creativation. This is my letter. I have the letter O. Oops. It weighs like 15 pounds.
It's huge.
So big. Okay, so I just have it base coated. I am doing clay.
Oh,
and I'm embossing it with my rubber stamps. And then I am using Amsterdam pearls on it. It's going to be gorgeous. And then on the back side, because of course an O can go either way, I'm going to stamp with my art foamies
on the other side. That is going to be so amazing.
It's so heavy.
What I love about that right now,
huh?
What I love about that right now, when you were showing it, you could see your face through the opening.
I know. How am I going to transport it? That is
the question of the day, right?
So I thought for sure. I mean, this letter is at least about 2 inches wide. It's solid wood. It is so heavy. But I thought, okay, I could fit this in. I have got this gigantic, large zippered tote from Fave Crafts from one of the shows. And I thought, I know what you're talking about. And I could put it under my seat, or I could, and then I realized it's too wide for under the seat because the sections on the plane get smaller and smaller and smaller. And I thought I could use it as my carry-on. It won't fit. It won't fit in that gigantic bag I have. It won't fit in my carry-on bag. It will not fit. My friend Julie McGuffey thought, well, I could put her letter, because she's doing a letter. She said, well, I thought I'd put it in a garment bag. It won't fit in her garment bag. I tried mine. I thought surely mine would fit in my garment bag. It won't fit because a garment bag folds in half, so you can.
Right.
It's too tall. So,
what do you mail it or?
Well, the thought of mailing it and it getting there on time and in one piece.
Yep.
Is a little scary.
Yeah.
Plus, it would cost me like $40 to ship it.
Oh, at least.
I do get I get a free check bag anytime I fly. And I thought, okay, so I'll check the bag. But the only bag it will fit in is my gigantic bag. So I'm going to have that stuffed with stuff to prevent the letter from shifting around. So I'm driving. No, Lenine, I am not driving.
Yeah,
the show is in New Orleans, and I am not driving. Eileen is driving. Now, if I could get my letter to Eileen, she could bring it. But
yeah. Well, then you got to get it to her.
Oh, yeah. I'm kidding. But yeah, It won't fit in the carry-on slot at the airport. On the plane, it won't fit.
Yeah.
I'm not even
It's
sure.
it's big.
Well, if I didn't package it in something, I could maybe put it in the overhead in place of a suitcase if it's not too wide. But
Yeah, that's
the
gonna be
problem is
something.
I'd have to carry it around the airport because I wouldn't have. You can only bring
Oh,
two check things, or two carry-ons. If that was one of my carry-ons, I definitely, yeah. I don't know.
oh. Yeah,
Can I
that's
give
gonna
it to her there? No, Bellicon is after this event. Yep,
oh
this
yeah.
event is in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The show is in 2 weeks. So, yeah, that won't work. But, we're the only person that is not having an issue with this particular thing is Juliana. She got the letter I.
Yeah.
It's tall. It's tall, but it fits in her carry-on.
Yeah. That
Everybody
is
else is like, oh
delicious.
my goodness.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm telling you, girl, you could see your face through the opening. So that is how big.
You can. This thing, I mean,
It's
it's like,
crazy.
okay, so I think they said it was 24 inches tall, but it's wider than it is tall.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We got to figure out something for you.
it'll be fine. I still have to finish decorating it. So I have that. I got these super, super cute, teeny tiny little tennis shoes I'm going to be doing this weekend for, here, let me get them. They're so cute because you can see before and after.
We love sharing. We love sharing, especially
So
when it's crafty.
for
Hi, Ava. It has been a long time.
For Dynasty Brush, I am decorating these little itty bitty kid shoes for their booth. I'm so excited. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But they came right before I left, so I didn't have time. I think it may be the biggest letter. It's big.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when you first showed me, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
That's going to take a whole lot of clay.
Well, thank goodness I do have great sponsors. And okay,
Yes,
so
you do. So you totally have to take a picture of that when you're done so we can share it.
So Activa sent me tons of clay. I mean, it is, I have got, I did this before I left. I have got about 200, about 200 of these, tiles. Let me see. Can you see it? There you go.
There. Yep.
These tiles that I made. These are all stamped with my rubber stamps from Unity Stamp Company.
Oh, cute.
And I cut them out so they'll all be butted up next to each other on this
giant O.
Giant O. And I'll show it to you guys in 2 weeks because I'll have it done, hopefully. In 2 weeks. I leave in the Saturday after. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I can mail the shoes. Actually, I'm bringing the shoes with me because Dynasty Brush is sending their crates. Like a company that displays at the show, they package everything in these huge crates and they ship everything. I think they're shipping on the 8th tomorrow. So they ship everything out at least 2 weeks before the show. So the shoes are no problem. Those will fit anywhere.
Yeah, you could put those in your purse. They're so tiny.
Well, not my purse.
Yeah, no, you travel. Yeah, you travel with tiny purses. I forgot. Yeah,
I do.
Yes, you do. Oh my goodness!
Thank you guys, and thank you for letting me share everything I'm doing.
It's fun. It's fun. I love seeing what you're doing. So, all right, you guys. So well, we're not doing another live today, so we will see you all next week. We're going to be doing Lawn Fawn, something fun from Lawn Fawn. So, until then, have a great week and take a little time to craft
It's good for your soul.
because it's good for
Definitely
you.
is. We all know that, right?
Oh boy. I certainly that was reinforced this last week when I was as sick as I was. So yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys have a great week and we will see you all next week. All right.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank
Bye, you
you.
guys.
Bye.
Thank